Okay. Am I connected? It says I am. We're going to get right to it. I don't have much to say right now. We're just going to play some things and then we're going to get right into it. We are doing two streams tonight. This stream is going to be about what we're talking about. And then later tonight, I'm going to do a Freaky Friday. It should start maybe about 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. For those of us who want to know a little bit more about actual relations and relationships and different things. Okay. We're going to switch into that mode. But right now, though, we're going to share the screen because it's very difficult for me to share things. Why? I don't seem to get through them. And I want to get through this. Okay. By the time I'm able to get through things, the conversation is been had many times, and and so I'll be late on the conversation. We're gonna turn this up, and then we're gonna speed it up a little bit. Fair use, by the way. Um, we'll do 1.5. Let's try that, and let's get.
If I see a man, I'm like, damn, he's fine, and he's like, oh, I'm 19. Oh no.
Now you see what she said. When she found out he's 19, she like, oh no. The men start rubbing their hands together like, ooh, I got one. Got one. And there's something. Let's get through some of this real quick.
Yes, how many didn't?
Oh, I'm 19. Oh no.
Fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use. We're using this for entertainment purposes. We're using this for educational purposes. And we're using this because Bomb want to use it. And that's that. Okay. I am a citizen of the United States of America and I have certain rights. And I am going to use my rights as I use and reform, reinvent, recreate this video into my video. And that's how we gonna do this thing. Okay. Now, if I need to put a beat on and say the same thing again, then it's just gonna be a little more jazzy. You know what I'm saying? But we're not gonna do that. We just gonna get right into this. Wait, I need to make sure I hit the sound because I'm not sure if I did. Okay. So we're gonna restart the share just to make sure I hit the sound, which I did. Okay, cool. And we're gonna dive deep. Like, share, and subscribe. And also hype me up. Hype me up. Share, baby, share. Okay.
Like when I finally got my hands on a goof ass woman at 22, think about it. I 22. I thought there would never be another not goofy ass woman in my life. Let me go ahead and cuff this one. That's how.
Man, you found one. I was
yes, nigga, that's a unicorn.
Look how goofy. The nigga goofy. He was goofy then. He goofy now. And I just want y'all to know this is who we getting all this advice from. Goof him up. We getting advice from information from people who have not even really been out in the world, really living their life. They ain't telling you nothing about their experiences for real because they barely have any experiences. And the small little bit of experience they have is on some negative shit. Why would you want to listen and take advice? Like, I would listen to these niggas just to laugh at them if it wasn't so sad. I'd be like, you know what I mean? You couldn't get a relationship. You couldn't make the relationship last. You couldn't get a job. Like if it wasn't so sad, that's what I would be doing. The only way I would be watching these goofies is to laugh at them. But it's so sad. I do not want to live the rest of my days. In fact, I ain't never lived no days wanting to be sad, crying boo-hoo, and feeling, all emotional and shit. And I definitely wouldn't let nobody else push all their hatred or their anger onto me. And some of you, that's exactly what you have done. You hear about women saying, hey, these men are so bad, right? And so you don't want to deal with men. Cool. Okay. And for you men, yeah, all these women so terrible, they're gonna take your money, even though you be thinking, well, I ain't got no money, but okay, I hate women. And it's the most ridiculous thing. You won't have any conversation with anybody who have actual like experience. Go and listen to somebody who had some life experience, even if they was in jail and they telling the jail tales. The jail tales are even good. At least those people are staying in their lane and they're explaining and telling you the different stories about when they was in jail. You on here listening to people with no relationships talk about being in relationships, right? It's ridiculous. It's ass backwards, but we're gonna keep it going though.
I'm not.
But you found it though.
Yes. How many didn't?
How did you find? So,
I had to go, my nigga. I had.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question because you're talking on the show.
Okay.
So let's talk about what you got.
Okay.
So let me ask you, how did you find out she was a unicorn? What did you do to find out?
First of all, I had to travel across the fucking globe.
Okay. Next.
This nigga had to travel across the globe. First, I had to travel across the globe. The globe. The nigga was like a globe trider. That nigga was a dribbling and a dribbling across the globe. The globe. First, I had to go across the globe because anybody who was raised with him, they would have known he was a goofy. He could reinvent himself online, so he had to go across the globe. No wonder he thought he had a unicorn. She probably thought she had one too. She just ended up with a goofball. That's all. Traveling across the globe. The nigga was traveling. Okay. The referee came out and said travel and gave the ball to the other side.
Oh, we can stop it right there. Most niggas can't leave their fucking city.
Yeah. Most niggas ain't gotta leave their city neither to get a woman, to get a girl, to get a date. Goofy. Goofy.
But again, like on the way Shay said, you picked a 17-year-old and expected the secret like that to be kept. That's stupid. You were dumb on your fault.
This nigga picked a 17-year-old. Oh, oh shit. Oh, did I start this from the beginning? I did. They must have cut some of this. Okay. Now this nigga so wait, how old was he? Let's continue.
didn't allow your discernment to lead you in the right way.
So
And I get what you're saying, 2K. We be dumb and in love and be looking over the red flags and we'll just accept it and keep moving on. But you gotta come to a point too and think like, hey, Shawty might, hey, if this get out or Shawty be looking for something else, she might expose me. So you gotta just think there might be a bad case scenario.
Okay, hold on, wait. So hold on, okay.
But I get what you're saying though. I get what you're saying. I tell dudes, I think it's bleak here. But what I'm saying is this, 2K. Because what you're telling me, it's like what you're saying is, this is what the fuck they got. This is what they got to choose from. You're right, bruh. So I'm trying to give them the best perspective in the worst possible scenario. If you know that, if you ain't willing to go overseas like 2K did, if you ain't willing to get your passport and really expand yourself.
This nigga went across the globe and got him a 17-year-old? And he thought it was a unicorn? What you say? We're going to have to come up with a song called Pedophiles. Pedophiles in the zone. They think they aren't wrong. Why they being two-toned? Trying to give a girl's bone. Meeting her over the phone. Getting it to the dome. By her mama or her daddy. Listen, these niggas whack, baby. They whack, baby. Grooming is a thing, baby. And here we go right now. They telling us the truth. We need to pay attention. Let's play close attention. He went and got a girl and thought he had a unicorn. He went and got a little girl and got him a unicorn and thought it was a unicorn and ended up being something else, right? But he not understanding that she was a child. And so no matter how this shit worked out on her end, He is mad because he thought that she wouldn't tell the secret. Shh, don't tell nobody. Here, little girl, here, God got a little piece of candy for you. Come here, come here. Let me get this piece of candy. Oh, you don't want candy? Oh, you need your hair done? Look, look, look. Come check it. I'll take you to get your hair done. You you need your nails done? Oh, yeah. Don't tell nobody though. Don't tell nobody. Uh, I'm gonna take you to get your hair done. I'm gonna take you to get your nails done. Oh, you need some money for that field trip your class going on? Oh, your parents ain't really got it like that? Well, guess what? Call me daddy. Call me daddy. I got it for you.
So you're gonna be picking from this goofy ass pal, right? Okay.
Yes.
So all I'm saying is to brothers who want to keep dealing with these goofy ass bras out here, if this is the pool you picking from, my nigga, the best you can do. It's not foolproof, but you need to at least be paying attention to subtle shit if you're gonna be picking from the goofiest motherfuckers on the planet, just to give yourself a fighting fucking chance.
That nigga probably that nigga don't want no goofy chick. He want a fine ass nigga. He want a dude. Listen, y'all gonna have to stop acting like these niggas is telling the truth, baby. They against women. They don't want nothing to do with you, ladies. You're too built. You got titties. They don't like that. They can get nothing with titties. They don't need your titties. You got them curves and everything in the right places. They don't care about that. They only care about that long two in the front. Because they like to get hit from the back. I don't know why we act like we can't see these tutti fruity ass motherfucking niggas who acting like they still in the closet. Them motherfuckers, the closet doors are stuck or something. Why all you gotta do is turn the knob and push. Nah, it's not gonna come in. You in the closet, you could barely move in that bitch. You barely breathing. So what I suggest you do is take a deep breath, let it out, grab the knob, the doorknob, nigga, not that knob.
That's all I'm saying. Because obviously
the doorknob, grab the doorknob, slob on the knob, like corn on the cob, and check with me.
they not listening to me and you. They're gonna keep dealing with these goofy ass.
Well,
so I'm gonna tell them the best little inch of advice I can give them to deal with them.
I keep telling you don't have no choice because listen, even when I got to Hawaii, there was a group of goofy females there, right? So it was just literally, bro. It's like, it's just a.
You ask some questions. It sounds like you asked some questions, or you made some adjustments to. Something happened to get her from point A to point B with you. Is what I'm saying.
All right, so let's break down the other part of this, right? Let's get into the age aspect, because what I'm starting to figure out that illegal and wrong are two different things, right? Example: jaywalking. Jaywalking not wrong. Nobody got hurt.
Jaywalking not wrong. Nobody got hurt. Okay. Or somehow they're gonna go to jaywalking not wrong, but then they want to talk about grooming a little girl. And there's something. Oh yeah, jaywalking ain't nothing, baby. All you gotta do is just cross that street one step at a time. Hey, fuck with her before she hit a prime. Ha! It's about the time for bomb the bus out with a rhyme. Hey, listen, these motherfuckers like talking about kids, baby. And if you're anything other than a kid, you are goofy. But then if you are a kid and you tell on me, you are goofy too. As a matter of fact, if you're older, you're goofy. If you're younger, you're goofy. If you're a female, you're goofy. If you're a girl, you're goofy. If you're a woman, you're goofy. You're just a goofy. Okay? Yeah. And the reason you're goofy is because you don't want him. You got to understand, if you don't want him, you're goofy. But all I got to do is want you. be young enough, give you a chance, then I'm not a goofy. Up until there's a little disagreement of some sort, and then I become a goofy. That is the mind, the thinking of a what? A goofy. That's the thinking of a goofy.
It was cool, but it's illegal.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't do it. You get a ticket for it. You go to jail. Now, Boston Richie met Tati at 16. I think he was 24 at the time. And that's illegal. Yes, that's illegal, right?
Mm-hmm.
But her parents was with it. She was with it. And they never said shit about it, bro. But now that they break up, she's accusing him of being a predator. Mm-hmm. She's accusing him of being all of the above, like she didn't benefit from this. Now, if you...
So she benefited. What was the benefit? Who is he talking about again? I don't really want to rewind it. Is it? I hope he ain't talking about R. Kelly. Who is he talking about? Well, I don't give a damn. Cause who is he talking about? Let me rewind. Let me see who he talking about.
Illegal, right?
Mm-hmm.
But her parents was with Austin Richie met Tati. Not wrong. Nobody got hurt. It was cool, but it's illegal. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't do it. You get a ticket for it. You go to jail. Now, Boston Richie met Tati at 16. I think he was 24 at the time.
16 and 24. Let's add that all together, okay, y'all? 16. Put up a 1 for 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. He's 8 years older than her. Now, where would he have met her at? Where they would have something in common? Let's think. Well, if he's 8 years older than her, we can essentially say that he's would be in 8 grades ahead of her. So they never went to school together. Not never. Not never. You understand? They never went when she was in elementary school, he was way out of elementary school. You understand? You understand when she was in elementary school, he possibly was entering high school. Okay? When she was in that when she went into middle school, this nigga was graduating. If he hadn't graduated already. That's I don't know whoever we speaking about, so I don't know who this is, right? But we just know just based on the age difference. And so there wasn't no time in school. He don't even know what type of little girl she is, right? He just knows she's 16 and she got boobs and some other things. He don't know anything about her. He don't know if she still play with dolls. Ooh, did y'all know that some 16-year-olds still play with dolls? Y'all didn't know that? Oh, okay. That's crazy that you ain't know. He don't know. Like, did he know if she had any issues at the house? And that's where grooming really comes in. Because, see, the men with the money, he gets to come in and he don't only groom her, but he also kind of take advantage of the family a little bit too. A family in need will take presence indeed. And sometimes the parents could be just as bad as the groomer. We're not going to forget that. If I sell my daughter to you because you got money. Now, if he's a wealthy dude, he's interested in my daughter. And he comes to me and he's like, "Hey, I know your daughter's 16. I'm damn near 30, but I'm going to treat her well." Nah, he going to jail, baby. Listen, we calling the police. My daughter is a little more important to me than this man and his money. So, but these men will come and groom your daughters in different ways. They'll be claiming that he's gonna be a big brother. Oh, I'm gonna mentor her. She has a talent. and I'm gonna mentor her. Something like what happened with Alea, and things like that. So these men want to act like a man just comes up and pop up and say, "I want to date your daughter when he's 30 and she's young." If that had happened, then the parents ain't shit. You understand? The parents ain't shit. But um, if he find out that she has some decent parents, then he work around that by claiming he gonna be a mentor. He gonna help her. He see that she got talent, and he want to help her polish that talent up. Baby, that's what grooming is. But anyway, let's get to it.
And that's illegal. Yes, that's illegal, right?
Mm-hmm.
But her parents was with it. She was with it.
Still illegal. Still legal.
And they never said shit about it, bro.
Still illegal. When you go rob a bank, you got the money. You ain't get caught then. It's still illegal.
But now that they break up, she's accusing him of being a predator.
That's exactly what he is. That's why it's illegal.
She's accusing him of being out of the above, like she didn't benefit from this.
She might have benefited, but he is still illegal. If you go rob a bank and you give your mama some money, when you get caught, your mama ain't going to jail just because you gave her some money. Your ass going to jail because you did the crime. You gonna do the time. But these men, they want to bake it over. They want to put a blanket over and make us see it differently or not see it at all. It's illegal. It's illegal. It's illegal. It's illegal. It's illegal. He committed a crime. When he wasn't caught, he still was committing a crime. When he did get caught, he committed the crime.
Now, if you had the knowledge to keep this shit a secret this whole time, that lets me know that you was in cahoots with this, whether you could consent or not.
Whether you consent or not, cahoots. Cahoots with what? What she did wasn't a crime. What he did was a crime. You understand? What he did is a crime. And if she says she didn't consent, then I don't know what you meant by consent or not. I don't know the story behind. I don't even know who these people you talking about. I don't give a damn to know neither. There is no if, maybe, buts about it. A crime is a crime is a crime. You get caught for crimes. You may not get caught for crimes. But if I did a crime and I didn't get caught for it for, let's say, a year, and then suddenly I get caught, then I still committed the crime. I can't then say, well, I committed that crime a year ago, and there were some people who knew, but they didn't tell on me. And so bam, I'm innocent. Nah, slimy ass trying to get out of this ass nigga. You're criminal. You ain't shit.
We need to have this deeper conversation, and a lot of dudes are scared to have this conversation because it leave us looking weird at the end.
Yes, weirdo. You look weird. You sound weird.
Right? But at some point, we have to talk about this bullshit because
yeah, you gotta talk about it. You gotta say, look, don't commit no crimes. Leave them little girls alone. Let them grow up. Let them deal with boys their age. How about that? That's it. That's all. Ain't nothing else to be said. Hey, leave the little girl alone. Hey, aren't you too old to be over there? Leave them kids alone. That kind of shit. That kind of shit, little nigga. You're weird. You look weird.
We don't know nobody. I ain't gonna say nobody, but we don't know nowhere where this don't happen and this isn't norm. When I was 16,
you mean like older men and younger women?
Yes. When
no, I agree with I agree with you.
No, these men will fucking lie and say that this is normal, and it is not. Just because you know a person, right? You know a person. Most and these men will try to switch it. They lie so fucking much. They lie to the world. They lie to themselves. They lie to they just want to lie to everybody. And they want us all to be stupid. When I was growing up, Did I see older men hanging around? Yes, because they was trying to hang around. I'll tell you a whole story of a grown ass man coming around. He went through all my friends. And when I say all went through them, I'm talking about like he hit on them, took them places and shit like that. Right? Um, and people, the adults, Michael was like, everybody thought Michael was cool. Right? I don't know why when they would see us little girls with Michael, why he was able to do that. But I can assure you, it wasn't because they thought he was having sexual intercourse with us. They they just thought he was, I don't know what they thought, to be honest. Even when Michael came to my house, right? I am saying Michael was probably about 28, and I was about 16. Um, and Michael started coming around to my house, like out of the blue. I met him with my friends, right? And he would come and stop. He had a car and everything. He would come and say, "Hey, what y'all doing? Y'all going somewhere?" "Oh, we just walking." "Hey, Michael, we just walking." So I didn't know Michael, right? I'm thinking when I saw the car pull up, I'm looking around to make sure my dad ain't nowhere around. I'm like, and I'm looking for other adults. I'm like, but my girlfriend was like, "Oh, that's just Michael." He like, "Hey, y'all want to go get some ice cream?" And my girlfriend's like, "Oh, yeah." And I'm like, "Oh, no, I can't get in that car. Can't get in that car." I'm like, I can't get in that car. "Oh, we just going right round to the ice cream shop right around the corner." I'm like, nah. I'm like, I'll go and I'll be in front of your house while y'all go." Right? I'm like, I can't get in the car. My dad would end up killing everybody, okay? Include me. And so I'm still in her yard. I walked to her yard because we wasn't at the yard. We was on the street walking around when he pulled up. But her house was just maybe like 6 houses from where we was. So I went right in her yard and I'm bouncing the ball and everything, waiting for them to come back. And so they went and got ice cream, came back, and they brought me one, of course. And then Michael, and then every once in a while when I got to go to her home, Michael would be around. And then out of the blue, Michael started coming to my house on family property. You know what I mean? I remember him telling me, "Oh, I know your dad." I'm like, "Yeah, I know, man. I'm like, "Oh, okay. If you know Manuel for real, I can't get in your car. Okay, if you know Manuel for real, I can't get in your car. Apparently, you really don't know Manuel. Okay, you don't know Manuel, baby." And so, anyway, he pops up around my neighborhood on our family property. He comes there. I see his car out there, and I'm like, right? And he says, "Hey, how you doing?" And then he waves at my dad. He says, "Hey." And my dad say, "Hey." And then um he starts, I'm like, "What are you doing here?" Like, I'm remember I'm a little girl. I'm 16, but I'm still a little girl. And I'm a little confused. I don't know why he's there, right? He says, "Oh, I was just, coming through to talk to your uncle down the street." I said, "Oh, okay." And then he goes to say, you wanna go get ice cream?" "Oh no, I'm good." But I had my little sister with me. My little sister was maybe like one, two, no. If I'm 16, she's about three. Okay. She's about 2 or 3 years old. And so he's like, he looks at her and say, "You want an ice cream?" And I look down at my sister. And she's like, "Yeah." She's shaking her head, "Yeah." Now, we wasn't getting no ice cream. I ain't got no ice cream in my house or no shit like that. I ain't got no money to go get no ice cream. He done now asked my little sister, do she want ice cream? And she says she want ice cream. You see the group? See, y'all don't understand the grooming. You men, y'all don't know what these men are doing. And some of you do. You just know what you do, right? So I'm letting the world know what the fuck you do. So anyway, my little sister now she want ice cream. I want ice cream. Yeah. He like, yeah, I'll take y'all to go get some ice cream. And he gonna take us to McDonald's to get ice cream, you see. Um, and so I'm like, nah, that ain't my dad not gonna let me go get no ice cream. Oh yeah, 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 it's okay. Mr. Manuel, Mr. Manuel. um, is it okay if I take him to get ice cream? And I was shocked when my dad said yes. At first, he looked at my mom, you know, and my mom doesn't know who Michael was because my mom didn't really know too many people at all, you know. Um, and they looked they looked at him. I guess they looked at me. I guess my dad must have figured this nigga know who I am, so he know not to harm my daughter. But my dad said yes. So my little sister like, yay, we're gonna get some ice cream. And so we get in the car. This is y'all, this is in the 80s. Cause we both sitting in the front seat. You ain't need no car seats and none of that shit. It's the bucket seat, the long ass seat. My little sister sitting in the middle. You understand? And we go get to McDonald's. We go get the ice cream from the McDonald's. Okay, cool. Now I ain't gonna lie. Michael he wasn't forward and shit like that. It was almost like if I would have been the user type, I would have been able to use it. All that, you know what I mean? But of course, like Michael was nice, but Michael was old. I really never even thought of him as an old ass, like dirty man, because he never really like he never one time he reached over to kiss me. Um later on. That wasn't that soon. And I was like shocked as fuck. Like, what the fuck? Woo! What? Wait a minute. Like you men, y'all like to push your thoughts on young people. And most importantly, you like to push your man thoughts on girls, right? So here I am. Yes, Michael took me and my little sister to get ice cream. Yes, Michael had even come back around that again and asked, do you want to go to McDonald's? In fact, McDonald's had this burger that I loved back then. Oh man, this burger was awesome. This burger came with lettuce, tomato, everything on it. And it had I like extra mayonnaise. It was like I have to get extra mayonnaise because it would have mayonnaise on it. It was like my perfect burger. And when he found that shit out, Michael would come back there to bring me the McDonald's. You understand? And and sometimes he would bring the fucking McDonald's with him. And so yes, did I benefit from that? Yes. And I bet you niggas probably think, oh, you benefited. So you owe him something. Fuck, I owe him. First, I asked him for it. He offered it to me. He gave it to me. You know what I mean? Like as if I'm walking down the street and I see somebody who might either need something or may want something, and I offer it to them. Hey, I have some ice waters here. Would you like one? And I give it away. And I don't then say to that person that they owe me something. But you strange ass, goofy ass niggas, you like to think that just because you gave somebody something that they owe you something. I owe him shit. I ain't asked him for nothing. I ain't asked him to show up. I would ask him why he's here. And then I realized, um, you know, I'm talking to my friends. My friends are telling me, yeah, Michael will come and he'll bring us. I'm thinking, well, no, I I'm not asking Michael for nothing. You know, I have a hard time asking people for things, so that's probably my issue, right? But we always knew if we needed a ride somewhere, my girlfriends would be like, "Oh, we're gonna see if Michael could take us." Okay, and Michael, they would go and find Michael. Michael was always in front of some young girl's face, and I don't know if it was what he was getting from other little girls and shit like that. I don't know. I have no clue. I know that he get nothing from me. Okay, and And I never led him on in no shape or form. I never went for ask him for shit. He was always asking me or my girlfriends. And from my understanding, he went through all of my girlfriends. Like he went through a whole family where there the older sister who was my age, that a sister um who was 1 year younger than me, and then they had Tasha who was younger than her. So they was born, and they first went through the older sister. I don't know, because if I think about that, maybe some things happened with that one, right? But then she got a boyfriend and shit. Then he started going through the sisters, and then he met me when I was at their house, and then the nigga started showing up at my house. And what got me is that my dad allowed me to get in that car with my little sister to go to get an ice cream cone. I can assure you I was taken back by that. Okay. But we did go. I wasn't taken back by Michael himself. It was my dad. My dad. And so it's weird because I need us as parents to understand it be the ones who, for some reason, we let them get away with shit. I don't know what my dad was thinking. I don't know. Maybe like I possibly think that maybe he know that since he know Michael, maybe he realized that Michael know who he is, and so Michael gonna know that he bet not harm his children. I'm assuming because other than that, I don't know why. Okay, and we got to be very careful, ladies, because these men are out here and they looking innocent. They look so innocent. They'll come around. Hey, how you doing, Miss Bob? Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey, Leaky. And then, they'll start talking to Leaky and all the friends and the girls and everything. And they'll make themselves known, right? This is part of grooming. They don't just groom the child, they groom the whole fucking family. Sometimes they grooming a whole fucking neighborhood. A whole fucking neighborhood. Everybody trusting them. Why? We don't know. It's just like we see the person so much. The person seems so cool. They speaking to everybody, right? You don't see them getting no trouble and shit. And then you automatically just thinking they must be trustworthy. Not in 2026, baby. We know now that the quiet ones who stay to themselves, ain't got no friends and shit like that, them be the most dangerous ones. Okay? Watch yourself. Check yourself. Show me what you're working with. Look, you better make these motherfuckers show you who they are before you trust them with your kids. Here we go.
True, but this is the problem with that. I agree. The problem is the society doesn't keep up with the pace of nature. What am I saying? Once upon a time, we had a society that moved at the speed of nature. So in other words, when young women were able to have children, we had a structure where they was able to be wedded off. And when young men got older, there was a structure where they was already in parts of leadership. We don't have a
Look, they make this shit up. Look, these niggas need to write books, baby. They need to write the most falsified books, storytelling, fairy tales and shit. Okay, call it nigger tales. Okay, nigger tales, because this is ridiculous. There was a time when nature, our society was nature, and then nature took off, and society is still lagging. Right? When he said that we were once with nature, nature and society were once together. So which one took off? Did nature take off or did society take off? Like, so you mean so society got better, right? Through trials and tribulations, seeing how harmful certain things are. Like there's been research amongst research and more research done, and they found that what is harmful to human beings, mainly our children. Now we know what's harmful to children. We know what's harmful to elderly, and then they got all that group of people in between where they say, "Hey, as long as we keep them busy, keep their brains going, give them some time for them to have a time off and have some hobbies and shit if they want to do that in on their time off or relaxation." All that was studies done, baby. Y'all don't believe in education though, so you don't know philosophies and different things. The different people study and realize, hey, a 40-hour work week is at that point where it gives people time to get up and get to work, right? And be able to get home and still have a life outside of that. Go and look into this thing, you dumbass mother. Fair use. Fair use of language over here, okay? The language over here will be explicit, explicit as I want it to be. Boom, bam, who cares, okay? That's just what it gonna be, baby. Because that's what it is. And it is what it will be, and it shall be what the hell it is. Okay? Now we're gonna keep on pushing on.
Society that's that mature. So even though they may be physically ready, they're not mentally ready, male or female, to late in the game because
Oh, you know something about mental. Oh, oh, so they might be physical ready, but not mental ready. That come through research, right? Oh, so you speaking some truth, but you're so dumb. You're expelling the bullshit you said at first. Okay, so nature, right? What you call nature, because I don't think you know what nature is. Anyway, I don't think you ever go outside and put your feet in the sand. You probably don't know nothing about nothing in nature. I think most of you niggas don't even know what different birds are. Okay, you need to go do some bird watching, nigga. Go do some bird watching. Learn about insects and shit. Okay, because you need to leave this relationship conversations alone. You need to sit that shit down and let somebody else pick that shit up because you ain't got the ability. You don't have the experience. You don't have the knowledge. Okay, but let's talk about what you just said. So now we know that mental health is just as important as physical health, right? And so why would you mess with a little girl? Because now you realize that she is not mentally able, capable of a lot of things, she or he at a certain age. And so why would somebody who's definitely over 25, who's plotting and planning, figuring out exactly how he or she will get what it is that they want from a child? What do you want from a child? Go have some fucking children and raise them. That's the only thing a child can do for me. Be in my life so I can love them. And I'm talking about like my grandkids, right? I ain't having no more children, so that one has escaped me. Okay, that one is gone. That option is out the door. It's gone. Bye bye, bye bye. It's out of mind, out of sight, out of mind. No more children for me. But grandchildren, yes. Okay. While I'm thinking about children so I can love them, right? Help raise them and they can move forward with my DNA and shit like that. You searching children so you can do some despicable shit to them. There we go.
society isn't moving at the speed
Right.
of their natural.
Absolutely.
So I agree with you, but we're not there yet mentally.
No, you don't agree with him. You just saying you agree with him. These niggas dumb.
Absolutely. Right. And this is what it breaks down to, bro. Because we need to change these laws.
We need to change laws. Yeah, let me go see. The nigga said we need to change some laws, baby. No, you don't agree with him. You just saying you agree with him. These niggas dumb.
Absolutely. Right. And this is what it breaks down to, bro. Because we need to change these laws.
That nigga said we need to change the laws, baby. That nigga said we need to change these laws. The nigga said we need to change laws. Fair use. Fair use. Let's see what this sound like. That nigga said we need to change these laws.
When we hit the pothole, I was worried we'd be stranded for hours.
The poor pothole. Hey, what's going on, bomb squad? What? LAWS. We need to change these laws. I'ma say my right hand to the Lord. No, without a bar. Bomb cherries going far. Chase the law is what they want. I don't know what I want. The stomp. Motherfucking niggas out to the ground. These miners alone get around. I'm about to tell you how to change the law. Go to school, nigga. You're just too far. Wait. And here we go. I'm about to take this nigga to the floor. Choke him out, get the laws changed. I don't know, but the nigga don't have a brain. Here we go, make me get the chain. I'ma take it off, get a brain. Laws, bro. Change the laws, bro. Change the laws, bro. You don't even change your drawers, nigga. Change the law, here we go. I'm about to take these niggas to the flow. Here we go. No more. The nigga smoking on that dro. Anyway, how's everybody doing? How y'all doing? Let me come and check the chat out. I just really wanted to come and say hello to y'all all, okay? And I decided to put a beat on. Let's go through this real quick. Bomb Cherry is acting crazy, baby. What's going on, L? Negro, how you doing? Summer, what's going on, Sister Angel? How you doing? Kate Clarity, how you doing? Hey, motherfucker talking about he gonna change some law. That nigga not changing no law, okay? He don't even know how to change his drawers. He don't know how to. These niggas is walking around with skid marks in their drawers, wearing their shit 2-3 days at the same time. You understand? They ain't changing no laws. They refuse to go to school. Don't even understand what they're saying, and they need to change the law so they can get closer and closer to our children. He want to change the laws so he can get closer to the children. Y'all heard him, right? Now, I didn't make that up. I may have made that crazy ass song up, but I did not make up the fact that a black man on a panel, right, that has, let me see how many people have watched this. It looked like 8,000 plus people saw this stream. And amongst them 8,000 people, he told everybody who listened that he need to change the laws so they can get closer to our babies, to our children. He didn't say he want to change the law for the betterment of the community. You know what I mean? While they actually taking away laws, our rights to vote and shit like that. He want to go and create a law so he can get close to our children. And see, this is why when they come at us and say they don't even deserve the right to vote. Like, why do they get the vote? Like, look how they think. Like, these men are dangerous, yo. And I think we sit around, some of us listen to them. I can't listen to them, to be honest. You know what I mean? This is my first time hearing this shit. And the real thing I pulled up because I wanted to see what Lucky Maria had to say, right? What Lucky had to say. But I don't give a shit what these men have to say because I wouldn't listen to their ass. And they got just too many ears already. And the reason they got them many ears is because of the goddamn women. The women on these patents, they don't understand. They drive the traffic while they sitting there participating with men who want to come at our children. Okay. So I'm interested in hearing what the women have to say. Let's get to it.
If a 16, 15-year-old boy were to go shoot somebody else, they'll take his ass to prison and charge him as an adult.
Yeah. And it's something every time they want to talk about prison and men and shit like that, it always got to do with some shooting or some selling of some dope or some shit like that. Something that they want to do. And even though that's a lie, like they could go sell dope and they get charged as a kid and they can even kill somebody or delete somebody and they still get charged as a kid. It depends. It just got to be extreme for them to get charged as an adult. So he going to the extreme. You know, for a kid, even if he commits boom, boom, boom to a lot of people, if it's a mass shooting, then yes, he may get charged as an adult, right? But if it's not, then depending on his age and things, and depending on they're gonna look at things how he is in school, what people have to say about him. Do we have a lot of community people who say, yeah, he's a good person, this just was bad? Or is they gonna say he was a menace? Has he been a menace for a very long time, getting into this, that, and the third, and they see an uptick of violence where it's getting worse and worse and worse, then they will even have a hard time trying to try him as an adult. Okay. It so this man went to the extreme to talk about boys or men going to jail just so they could get in little girls' panties. This is how sick they are. I don't know if y'all see this for what it is. They go to the extreme just to get and have sex with kids. Whew.
Correct? Is he mentally ready? No,
absolutely not.
So when these young girls be in these environments where there's nothing but grown men, I think, bro.
So the girls are in the environment with the grown men, or are the grown men going into the little kids' environments? How is a little girl getting in the environment with grown men? Oh, you mean she went walking and she passed the barbershop? And somebody in the barbershop saw her and ran out the door to introduce themselves. Oh, is that what you meant? Or she's in the store for her granny, went to get some bread and some things, and all of a sudden this grown ass man, 25 plus, decides that he want to get to know who she is. Who are you? I ain't never seen you here. You live this neighborhood? Oh yeah, I've been living here all my life. He's like, nah, I've been living here all my life too. Who are you? Yeah, I live on the corner. Wait, you live on the corner right there? Oh yeah. Wait, you oh, I remember you. I remember you ever since you was a little baby. Yeah. Oh, you sure have grown. Yeah, look at you now. Can I get your number? Yeah. Uh-huh. This shit is crazy, baby.
I think that blaming men for that is a problem in itself.
Yes, don't blame them motherfucking men, baby. You got to blame them children. The children. The children is at fault. The children should have never been going to the grocery store for their granny. The children should have never bypassed that barbershop. They should have tried to figure out how to stay out of sight, out of mind from these grown ass adult men. This is what they need to do. You know what I mean? They got to figure out. They got when they out there jump roping and shit. You know what I'm saying? If they not doing that, they better be doing that. They got to let the men know that they children. Because if they not hopscotching and jumping rope, and if they not doing that kind of thing, how would a man ever know that she's a child? Oh my God, lady. What you gotta do, you gotta keep your jump rope in your hand. It gotta be permanently attached to your body so we can recognize that you're a child. Other than that, we really don't care that you got that jump rope. You can put that jump rope down. Don't tell nobody. Come back here with me. You want some ice cream? Shh. Don't tell nobody.
Now he should take some of the blame. The parents should take some of the blame. But this person is making a conscious decision at this time in their life whether they.
He should take some of the blame, and the parents should take some of the blame. But we need to change the law so nobody got to take no blame, because he should be able to grab them up as soon as they come out of the vagina. Look, as soon as they're able to walk, we should be able to just grab them up. Change the law as soon as possible.
They know what they are doing or not to put themselves in this environment. That's fucked up.
And that's so fucked up. Let's see. I'm hoping one of these women gonna jump in, say something, please say something. Ring the bell. I don't know what you got to do to be on the panel over here and be able to speak. Can we hear the women say something? Whoo, baby, and please Please don't say nothing that I'm gonna take as disrespectful. Please say something that's gonna make sense. Cause I don't wanna be strangling no motherfucking red pill ass motherfucking bitches this summer.
I want to go to the girls and hear what y'all got to say because she was exposed.
Yeah, we gotta go to the girls. We're not gonna go to no women. They ain't got no women on that panel. We're gonna go to the girls. We gotta go to the girls. Let's hear it for the girls. Mm, 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 mm.
How old she was in these videos. Like to me, like she wasn't complicit the entire time until she wasn't.
She was complicit until she wasn't. She kept all the secrets. She was the child. He was the adult. But it's her fault. She complicit. She complicit. When he go to jail, she need to be right there in there with him. Oh Jesus.
When it didn't fit her no more, she was willing to tell the world, hey, he was taking advantage of me, but you knew you was talking to an older man. So I suppose to act like you half dumb half of the time and the other time you smart. You knew to extort the nigga for the money.
Oh, she extorted him for the money. What money? So she was able to get his credit cards and shit like that. She extorted him for the money? Or you just making that shit up? Hmm? Hmm? Yeah, they always make it up. Ladies, when they found out that we were women who wanted men, so we can better our lives, because that's usually what men want too. Like, idea that people was mad at me the other day because I said that we as humans, we use each other. The word use can be thought of as negatively if you want, but uh you get a job so you can use that job to make money so you can better your life, right? um you get married to somebody hopefully that you like at the minimum, and love possibly, so you can start having your family, creating your family, right? That's you take another individual and you see something in them that can benefit you, and vice versa. That person sees you as someone who could benefit them. But when I say that, the men did not like that shit because, see, then men don't like to hear the words used when it comes from a woman's perspective. But when it comes from their perspective, they all with it. They'll say, yeah, it's a bad thing, but it is what it is. We're men, we're animals. Right? We're like animals. Whew.
Want that done? So how do we keep on moving forward with this shit, knowing that these people know it's wrong, just like a 14-year-old boy know that killing a person is wrong. She know that having sex with an adult is wrong.
Yeah, it's something. Because when I was 14 or whatever number he just mentioned, I wasn't thinking about having no sex with no adults. These men push their dreams on girls, and they know this, right? We've all heard of where there was one boy in my school who may have had a teacher hit on him. He just happened to have whatever the fuck that sick ass teacher thought that he had, whatever, right? And that story would go around. That story happened, and it will be in our city for ages, and we'll act like it's normal. Yeah. Remember that story that happened like 10 years ago? 10 years ago, that teacher did that to that boy? Yeah. In your neighborhood. Remember earlier, though, they said these things is normal. It's everywhere. But it's not normal and it's not everywhere. That's why when we hear about it on the TV, we like, oh, whoa. E- You know, even when you heard about the little boy who was with the older person, the older teacher or the neighbor or the babysitter or whatever, right? You didn't hear that happening with all the boys. It was one of them things you may have heard, and to be truthful, I don't even know if some of that shit was true or not. Because the one thing boys did when we was teenagers is lie. Men lie, boys lie, women lie. That just tell lies. That's the only good thing that came out of some of that shit, right? Because they were doing so much lying that even if a girl had done some shit with one of them, nobody believed them. Look, they were lying so much that by the time we did come of a certain age where girls wasn't starting to, to try to figure out what sex was and things like that. And even then it was still with somebody her age. But the boys was lying so much that when I heard that, when he finally really got some, when he was really getting some, he didn't tell because he knew if he told, she wasn't gonna give it to him no more. When they broke up is when he wanted to share it. But nobody believed him at that point. He's like, nigga, stop lying. Here we go.
So how do we move forward in reality?
Nigga, you dumb. Who is this motherfucker I'm listening to anyway? I never heard of his name before. I got somebody named Philosophical in my title. I don't know if this him or not, be honest. Because I don't know who the nigga is. But I know we got that nigga right there who talking, that nigga dumb. Okay? Creepy and the motherfucker, and you better watch your kids around him. And listen, if you got any little kids in his family, any little girls, please, ladies, I don't give a fuck if this nigga is your nephew. This nigga could be your brother. Bitch, you better keep all them children away from him. He is on the internet letting everybody know that he like them young, baby. He like them plumb and young. And I don't even know if that just equates to girls, because it could be your boys too. You better watch him. You better watch out. Please do shout. You better listen. Please shout. Okay? This nigga is coming to town. Okay? And all the kids need to be protected. Stop letting these niggas be on these panels and get away with the fuck they say. We need to, every time you see this nigga, you need to be like, nah, that nigga creepy right there. Keep kids away. When y'all tell me who this nigga is, we're gonna figure out where he from. Cause I decided that, along with some people giving me the idea that maybe we need to shout these niggas out. I think they want to be famous. We need to make these niggas famous, baby. In their neighborhoods. They can't be sitting in your granny house online, making a name for yourself, and without the neighbors knowing who you are. We need the neighbors to know who you are, baby, so they can keep all their little ones away from your ass.
I'm gonna go to you first, Lucky.
Well, good morning.
Welcome to the shit.
Good morning.
Quite a question.
Welcome to the shit.
So I'm sorry I came in. So are we saying that the question is why isn't a child held accountable for having sex with an adult?
Well, I'm saying if they put, I'm not talking about the adult predator that's getting after them. Like, they are literally putting themselves in the harm way.
He not talking about the ones who get them or the predators. He talking about the ones who, I don't know who he talking about. That was a double talk. That nigga said two different things that made no sense. The nigga said, well, we're not talking about the predators who get at them. We're talking about the ones who, when she show up in his space, then he get at her. I guess that's what, yeah, he gets at her one way or the other, whether she popped up or he went searching for her.
Like, they are in the clubs at a young age.
What's the age range you're saying they?
Let's say 16, 17 in a club in a 21 plus club.
So 16 is age of consent in 33 states, I believe.
Okay.
So it's not illegal in 33 states to have for a 16-year-old and up to have sex with an adult.
Okay, but it's
and this is why I thought I heard her say this shit. I heard her say this shit. Now, we heard, I'm gonna replay it because I always wondered when people played this shit, how they just go after these niggas when these ratchet ass bitches, right? Will sit there. Now, is what she's saying to be a fact? Yes. Right? in certain states, the age range changes, right? That's a fact. So I'm gonna get, that's a fact. But she knows what this discussion is about. That's the problem I have with her. The problem isn't that she's not stating facts. The fact is that she knows that this man is advertising, promoting grown men being with children. And I know she heard him say the age 14 just not even that long ago. So that's why she needed an age. But the thing that she says is not necessarily true depending on the age of the man. It's like it was just a blanket statement, and I guess she want the men to know, hey, what you arguing about? You could just go find them. Make sure you're in a state where they could be 14, and then you could go and grab them up. Go grab them up. Is she a mom? I don't know, but it don't even fucking matter.
It's still very, very, very frowned upon. Like Boston Richard, he met her when she was 16, 17, one of the two, and he was 24. He's being rebranded as a pedo as we speak.
He is a pedo.
Once again, reputational damage.
Well, the question was her being held accountable. I don't think you can hold her accountable as she was 6. If it were in a state where they had sex and it was age of consent, nothing wrong with it.
Fuck the age of consent, right?
Whether we agree or not.
So
that's what I'm saying. So we talking about social media backlash. You can't stop people from having an opinion about why a grown man finds a teenager attractive. I think that's more of the question, because typically when you think about compatibility, you're talking about like-minded. I don't really know grown men that got shit to do that really are attracted to young-minded women in general. Even women who are up in age, they call them childish. So I think it's more of a mindset about a man to be attracted to a teenager, just like a woman to be attracted to a teenager.
Okay, so this is why
your girlfriend has a backpack.
Okay, so
she's trying to get her diploma. That's your woman, and you gotta wait till she can get.
She eating them. Okay, she eating them. Here we go.
Liquor. So it's kind of like a mindset. What are you trying to groom her as that you couldn't do for a 21-year-old?
Oh, I like that. She did use the word grooming. Okay, I'm listening. Go ahead. Eat them up.
Okay, so hold on. You kind of blurring the lines a little bit, right? Because
no, actually, what she's doing is talking facts right now. She's talking actual facts. I ain't like the way but it sounds like she's going from the legal point of view, which I think that's where he was also. So it makes sense that she's going from the legal point of view, and she's saying, "Well, look, legally." So I don't know what the discussion is, because if you're able to get with her, okay, then she ain't going to jail because it's not illegal for what she did, and as long as she of a certain age, you're not going to jail neither. So why are we having this discussion? And then she said, more of a question is, why would a grown ass man be with somebody who got a backpack on and she's going to school when you a grown ass man? Yeah, you got that, Lucky. Go ahead.
If it was that,
you want to say the conversation, that's a conversation.
Yeah, that is a conversation, but they not actually walking around with a backpack on and books in their hand. All right.
Yeah, they are. When it's time for them to go to school, they grabbing their book bags or backpacks and their goddamn books, and they're going to school. You just don't want nobody to have that in their heads. Your ass went and picked her up after school. you went and picked up. You saw her get in your car with that backpack on. Okay? And the motherfucking book. You probably didn't even ask if she got in the homework. You don't give a fuck if she failed or not, because you plan on taking her through there. Anyway, you're gonna take her through there. You can take her all the way down through hell and back. If she get pregnant by you, then Lord, her whole world gonna turn from day to night. That's how simple it is for these men to destroy a young girl's life. She finds out she's pregnant, and it's all downhill from there until she becomes an adult and figure out how to stop her free fall. Because the nigga not gonna help her with her free fall. He's there to create this bullshit. She gonna have to figure out how to stop that free fall. Lots of women end up doing it. And there's a shitload of them who don't. Here we go.
All right, trust me.
But you understand the way it's looked at.
See, this what
Still going to school.
they're
High
like.
school.
Okay, I don't know the situation with them.
Now the nigga don't know the situation.
All right, I can't speak it all the way into it. Right?
Oh, you was speaking into it though. You made it seem like she was benefiting. She when the money was involved, you was all into that. Now you don't know, huh? Now you don't want to talk about it, huh? Go ahead, Lucky. Go go, Lucky. What? See, I said I didn't hear it. Remember, I said I did not hear it. I heard little pieces. I never heard this part. Go ahead with your bad self, girl.
Right. But what I was saying that this is why I led the conversation where something can be illegal and right or wrong. Right. Some just because it's illegal don't mean that it's wrong. Right. Like.
But she gonna say it again. But it's not illegal, and that's what I heard her say. I was watching this from somebody else's panel, and I heard her say, "But it's not illegal." So what are you talking about? But I never heard this part that we're listening to right now. Actually, I never heard the first part. By the time I got there, who was reviewing it, they was further in. Okay, so now I understand when she says, "Hey, but it's not illegal." So she's asking him, like, "What is this conversation about? Why are you putting out this narrative that's not true?" Bam.
A couple months ago, like I got into an altercation. I was right for protecting my family, but that was illegal, and I'm being prosecuted as such. Mm-hmm. So I don't think that the laws always align up with what the fuck is going on morally out here, mm-hmm. because we know, all of us know the high school girl that was talking to the grown men.
Correct.
All of us. Matter of fact, I think
that's why I changed the scenario for you, and I said 16 is age of consent in most states, so it's legal. So we can make it correct all the way around. I'm just saying that you wanted to address people's mindset, and so I'm addressing why we're looking at it that way. Because if you look at a 16-year-old, she's still going to school, even though it's legal. She's still going to school. So you have to, if you want to pick her up, you have to drop her off in the morning. She still has to get a diploma, unless you saying your girlfriend dropped out of high school, but she's still 16. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like the question is, why do grown men of a certain age find 16-year-olds attractive? That's the question. You said I'm making it seem like something. That's the question.
Okay, you got it, yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Look at Marika. Go ahead. Listen. Yes. That is what she said. Why would a grown man have a mindset of wanting a little girl? And the thing about Lucky Marie right now, you can see her face. She don't look like she have no emotions in it. I ain't gonna lie. I get real emotional when we talk about children and abuse of children, harming children, all of that. I get really so you would be able to see that I'm angry when I talk about this topic. But she looking smooth, cool, collected. Look like she ain't got no emotion in it. She's sticking to the facts. She's saying the law is this in certain states, which is correct, right? Not all, but she said certain states. And she said, so you putting a narrative out there that the law need to be changed and da da da. She said, but if you can get with one, get with one. That's why I don't like that part. But she's saying, but it's not illegal. So you ain't got to go making up narrative that you need to change the law. And since it's so easy and prevalent that there's so many young girls willing to be with old dudes, then why aren't y'all with them? See, the narrative is crazy. Y'all say shit that just isn't factually true. Oh, these girls ain't nothing but this. They this. They and then when you get with them, and it's this, and then but they want one, but they can't get one. And if the young girls were so open to it, then you would be easily able to get one. Like for instance, if I wanted a boyfriend, right? I'll have a boyfriend. I'll be able to go out there and get a boyfriend. I'll have. It's Friday night. I'll have a boyfriend before Sunday morning if I wanted one. See, that's how I'm saying you men are so easily maneuvered into some shit. You understand? Being married and all. Most men, a lot of men wouldn't care. Some men gonna care, and most men not gonna care that I'm married. Okay. But y'all saying that the young girls out here and they be fast and they doing this. So what? And y'all want them. So what? Why you ain't got one? Okay. Or you know that some of us gonna knock you across your motherfucking head. Cause I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm violent. Okay. I have a tendency of violence. I don't know where it come from. You know. Um. Certain things I'm calm and cool and collected. And then when we talk about children, though, I have this thing. Ever since I was young, it's like don't mess with the children. Not my child, and not your child, and not her child, and not his child. If don't have me see none of that shit, because I got something to say about it and possibly do about it. I thought the men was like that too, but apparently not these niggas online. Not these niggas online are pussy.
That's fair, but I think you word it that way, it takes away from the historical, obvious relationship that we've seen since we were children. That was younger women with older men.
How does it take it away? Even if you ask what made them attracted to a 14-year-old?
Because the way I mean,
Listen, they trying hard to get it. She said, "How does that take it away?" You still would ask him even back then. Why is your 34-year ass interested in a 14-year-old? Oh, you 29? Why are you interested in a 14-year-old? Oh, you 22. Why are you interested into a 14-year-old? Oh, you 20. Why are you interested into a 14-year-old? Oh, you 19. Why are you interested in a 14-year-old? Like, the younger you get, when they adults, you still would wonder, like, hey, wasn't you excited to become an adult? When you turn 18, you was like, yay, I'm an adult now. So what makes your mind go back to, yay, I'm an adult now, and I'm gonna mess with children? I thought you wanted to be an adult so you could go out and do adult things, so you could go and get you an adult mate, a woman, and or a man, whatever you prefer. Because these niggas are stuck somewhere, and she have a point. What would make you want a child as a mate when you grown?
14, it just
We're
16
married.
is it sounds bad, but the thing is this, right?
Yes,
I don't deal with younger chicks. But all my life, I've seen teenage girls in high school deal with older men.
Thanks.
Like no one made them do it. They did it all the time. You know
They're
what I'm saying?
only
A lot of our grandfathers, they 10 years older than grandma. So at 16 to
10 years older than grandma. Your grandpa is but I'm going to leave it alone. Y'all keep saying shit. Now, listen, did it ever happen? Tell me, is your 10-year-old grandpa still because a lot of that shit was happening. They found that shit wasn't good and healthy for the girls or the relationship. When your 10-year-old older than your granddad was messing with other women his age and children. And y'all gonna have to stop bragging about it, please. Please, please. That shit wasn't as hyped up as y'all claim in America, in the black community, like y'all claiming. Y'all gonna have to stop lying on our ancestors, okay? Please do, please do. Stop the madness, baby. Y'all gonna have to stop. We ain't saying it never happened, right? That's why they put rules in. And they say, hey, if it's 16, they can marry you with parents' consent. And that was rules put in place. So we know what was happening to make sure men didn't go to jail. Okay. But a lot of families wasn't putting up with that shit. Okay. And in our community, they definitely weren't putting up with that shit like that. Did it happen? Yes. Did it happen like the majority? No. Motherfuckers be crazy, baby. Let's see. Do I want to listen to this anymore? Let's see. I want to hear what the other young lady got to say.
26 was crazy. That 26 and 36 is okay. So it's the same.
I don't want to hear what this
the
girl
problem
got.
is a lot of men may not be able to mentally mold her into what they need her to be, or to what
This nigga said mold her. Didn't one of these men gonna say something about a woman Like when she's able to accept the man
to be a
sexually.
better woman. But that's not what they're looking for. It's when she's able to handle that man's sexuality. That's when she's ready.
Oh
That's
yeah.
why a woman is going to be built by something, whether it be her job, whether it be her career, whether it be her fraternity, her sorority, whether it be her friend. She's adding. She had to download something somewhere. So the problem is a lot of men may not be able to mentally mold her into what they need her to be or to be a better woman. But that's not what they're looking for. It's when she's able to handle that man's sexuality. That's when she's ready.
I knew. I know what this dude that said it. What this nigga name is. This shit is fucking crazy. I don't know neither one of these niggas' name. One of them in my title, but I don't know who is who and where is where. And both of these niggas is trifling. Okay. When she's able to handle his sexuality, what the fuck that mean? Like I know what from his perspective how sick in his mind what it means, but what does that actually supposed to mean to me and other women and other decent people? Oh, when she can handle his sexuality. Do he even know what sexuality is? Because I don't think he talking about sexuality. I think he talking about sex. Sexuality. Sex can be a part of sexuality, but sexuality doesn't necessarily mean sex. Okay. Um. So what? I'm gonna put the link in, y'all, cause um. Let me put the link in the chat real quick. I don't know what's going on with these fools. These men are outrageous in their space, and their space is widened. It's not just it used to, right now we're in the red pill. Used to be Black Manosphere space. That's where my channel lies, and the rest of them. Right now, people don't know where their channels are because they are new to YouTube. Okay, they're new to YouTube. They don't know where their shit is sitting. Okay, um, but they have run into every single manosphere man, and that's how you know they should know where they shit is sitting at. Right? I know I'm not sitting in a sewing space because y'all not seeing no sewing channels. When you come to my channel, you're not gonna see no sewing channels in your algorithm, right? Unless I'm on, if I go on a panel on the sewing channel, they may show you that, right? Because I'm always in the sewing areas and things like that. But um, we've had Anger Man, BGS, um, shit, Red Supreme, um, Tommy Sotomayor. We could go on and on and on. You know about the Saint in the Center. You know, you know about these places, these spaces because they're red pill. Just because they don't use the Black Manosphere term no more because it got placed on a FBI watch list quite a few years ago, and the smart ones got up and moved their shit somewhere else and changed all of their talking points. And the dumb ones, they tittle tattling around, claiming that their channels got bigger, but they haven't. They purchased, and so yeah, they still sitting here with their still talking points because they don't have nothing else to talk about. They're not smart enough to talk about nothing else. Okay, and so they the ones who were smart, they was able to get up and move and talk about something else, and they did that. Um, I don't know what's going on with these dudes, and I don't give a shit to be honest. I don't give a fuck what their name is for real. The only reason I'm asking so I can make sure both their name in this title or in the next time when I decide to drag these pedophiles, okay? And tell them to sue me. I said you a pedophile, or you talk like you a pedophile, you speaking like you a pedo. One of them say he not interested in young girls though. I think this one. But what he just said out of his mouth, he showed like, they thinking about what young girls is doing sexually. I'm afraid that can also be considered a pedophile. Sue me, nigga. Sue me. Okay. Um, and that's all I gotta say about that. And y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Change your topics. Change your conversations. Okay. I want to hear what this other young, is she gonna say shit? Let me see.
Teenager, an image comes up. But attraction is one thing. Acting on attraction is another. There you can see a girl that's 17 that looks 25 and be like, in your mind, like, yo, she look
right.
like
But once you know,
but once you act on it, it's another
it don't
thing.
change.
The question you ask me is why they're attracted. They're attracted because they look like an attractive
yes,
woman.
but
They're
once you realize, it's just like you can be. But Illa, that's just like saying
obvious.
when you see something walking down the street, you don't know it's a man. But once you find out it's a man, it doesn't change what's attractive, but you change your desire because you're not attracted to men.
Man, she's smoking. Yeah, she got it. And she took him out with that one. I did hear that one. They said, hey, I'm attracted to, because a pedo, you don't have to have done nothing. It's an attraction to children, to minors, to children. Yes. That's what a pedophile is. That's the definition of it. You don't have to have done nothing. You're attracted to them. Now, you can see something that's appealing to you, that brings you, that you're attracted to. And as soon as they open their mouth or turn around and you realize they got a baby face, they look younger, you then say, bam, it's over. It's over. Most regular people, that is how we operate, except the pedos. The pedo says, oh, I was attracted to it before. And just because I learned the age doesn't mean I'm no longer attracted. I'm still attracted. What? You still attracted? You still attracted? You still want it? You still trying to get it? Wish you had it? Oh, no, that makes you a pedo. Okay. As soon as I find out, hey, he's too young. Oh, Lord, you that young? Okay. Sorry. Erased from my mind. It's gone. Okay. Erased from my mind, is gone. And when she gave that example of the gay person, the, the man in the dress, but he looked good from the back. You understand? He had on that dress and them heels and everything, and you saw him from the back, and you was like, damn. And then when he turned around though, and you would realize, oh, wait a minute. Are you saying that because you was attracted, you still attracted, even though now you know as a man? No, now you know as a man, you like your mind recalibrate and all of that, and says, okay, detour, and you go into another direction with that. That's how people brains work. That's how it works, except with the pedos. The pedos want it regardless. And by the way, a lot of them don't care about the sex, or should I say the gender anyway. They don't care about the gender of the person anyway. Okay. The younger the kid is, the more that they not care about the gender. And I need y'all to think about that, because the little boy and the little girl, up until a certain age, up until puberty, is pretty much kind of like the same. The little boy still have his high-pitched voice. She flat-chested like him. When it comes to the clothing are the same sizes and everything. Okay. When puberty hits, that's when things start changing for both of them. His voice started deepening, she started developing, her body starts changing, and so does his. So when they like them young, the younger they go, that they don't really care about gender at all.
So it's the same.
That's wild. That's wild. That's wild. That's a huge difference.
If I see a man, I'm like, dang, he's fine, and he like, oh, I'm 19. Oh no, that's the instant.
But we didn't ask you why are you attracted. The question you're asking is why are they being with them? That's
because they know her age. So the question is about when you know her age, you are attracted to a teenager.
So look, hold on. So look, wait.
See, this is what the issue get, because I'm wrong for asking.
I'm trying to answer. No. Let's really talk about it, because I'm gonna say the weird shit, right? Because see, you win it because the nigga don't want to be weird. All right,
why is it weird?
Hold on, wait. Because no. Hold on, look it, because we in today's society. It's bro. Some of the shit that we do not weird, but you just can't say out loud because they're going to deem you as weird.
Nigga, you were near weird as soon as you turned on your camera and started talking. Talking about you had to go over the globe. You had to go around the globe to find a unicorn. And then she was young. she tell on your ass, man, listen, I told y'all the weirdos always call people weird. They are weird. And listen, young man, I have a prayer for you, okay? Or not a prayer. What is it called when you give people some inspiration? I got some inspiration to give you. Okay, listen to me. It's okay to be different. It's okay to be different. Okay, it's okay that you're goofy. There'll be a goofy woman who gonna like you. Or maybe she not goofy, but she like goofy men. But she needs to be of age. Okay? Stop looking back at your youth and thinking you could go back by grabbing up some young child. Okay? Hopefully you'll find someone. If you come out that closet, you'll find him sooner than you realize. Nothing wrong with coming out the closet. Okay? Be free, coming out the closet. I think you will have fun. Be be free. Put on your blankie and make it show it looks like a rainbow. Mm, mm. Be be free. Listen, nothing wrong with being free, baby. Nothing wrong with being free. Come your ass out that closet and leave the women and definitely the children alone. Okay. Now I want that young lady up at the top. I want to see if she's gonna say something. Oh, it look like she talking. I see her mouth moving there. Wait a minute. I don't want to go too. Okay, she talking right here. Let's see her hands moving. Let's see. Probably gonna go through commercial. Let's see.
This shit. No. If you were smart enough to save this shit for later, you were smart enough to call the police.
But I think y'all was missing what Lucky was saying. She was saying, okay, now that you guys know, okay, this is the person that you were attracted to. Now that you know she's 16, why still act upon the quote unquote attraction of the time? You know she's 16. Y'all still not looking at the point of she's 16, but I still want to fuck her. I'm still attracted to something, even though I know she's 16.
I don't think that was arguable, right?
I didn't argue that part.
I don't think that was arguable.
Right. So that's what she was saying.
That's what
right, and that's what she was saying. She was saying like that's why they get backlash because okay, you know her age, but you're still fucking with her, even though you know her age. That's why he's getting the backlash. But again, to y'all's point, why is she now exposing this? Because you were okay when y'all was doing it, but now that you know you're doing this and that, now you can expose it. And now, oh, this big thing, he was fucking me when I was 16. You was okay with it.
Nigga, this shit is so confusing, bro. Because Shay said,
"Call the police on these niggas." Listen, call them when they messing with you. Call them after they mess with you. I don't give a damn. Some of us need to call them out, even if it's been 15 years, 10 years, 5 years. Call them out. Call them out. Point them out. The idea that you think that these men change is crazy work. Some of them, they done been with these men. Look, she was young when he got with her, and when he decided that she was too old, he started messing with another younger one. Look, and she's still kind of connected to him because she done had a child or two. You got groomed, girl. Okay, just face it. It ain't your fault. Okay. Although these men will make it seem like it's your fault, it ain't your fault. You was young. You ain't know no better. He taught you everything you know. Ain't that something? So how is it that when these men get with these girls who when they tell on them, then they was whores anyway. Look at her. She was a whore, she was doing this. But when she was with that man, that's the only man she's ever been with. Like he got her virginity, right? Which means she wasn't doing what y'all claim she was doing from the jump. right? Yeah. These men chasing virginities.
Calling the police is worse for him. She had to learn. She was super smart to keep documented records of every time the shit fucking happened, right? But now she's too dumb to know to call the police. Y'all, like this is bullshit. We got to call.
No, she knew not to call the police. She knew not to call the police. And then when she needed to call the police, she called them. She called the police when she wanted to call the police. When she thought she needed some help and some assistance, she called the police. And if you got caught in a trap that you essentially tried to set up for somebody else, but they trapped your ass, listen, don't cry to me or nobody. You're peddled and you got caught. And we don't give a damn how she set you up when you was trying to set her up. Because what she did to you is not a crime, but what you did with her is. Huh? Dumbass.
This shit straight up and down. How we gonna say she's smart for doing this, but dumb just didn't know no better for this?
Y'all understand what he's saying, right? He wants, as long as he could convince her to be quiet, then it's okay. Because, see, he gonna get the upper hand. But as soon as she realizes what's happening, and she realizes she don't even like it for whatever reason, she's not down with it, then she just need to be quiet and possibly heartbroken or whatever else that may have happened. Maybe she didn't even know that he was on some sexual freaking shit with him. Maybe like Michael with me, right? Who I didn't know. He seemed like a cool dude who would come around and kind of groom, the fact something he wanted out of me, and he wanted me. He was using my little sister to even try to get it. He even had my dad willing, for him to take me to the McDonald's. That's crazy. I still think about that. My dad not alive anymore, but if he was, I would like to ask him, hey, Dad, when Mike came around, I did ask him. I think I did end up asking him, now that I think about it, because Mike used to, like, when I would come home from the army and, on leave, Mike would, I don't know how he would know that I'm there, but he would show up. And I asked my dad, like, hey, I might even know I'm here. And apparently, when you're in a small town from a small area where everybody know each other, when my dad or he would run into my mom, he would ask about me, which is weird that they would even, but they say, oh yeah, she coming home next week. And then Mike showed the hell up. Okay? I don't know why Mike showed the hell up. Mike was nice, yo, but I'm gonna keep it 100 for you. I was not attracted to him, not even in the slightest. Right? He was a nice guy, but he was creepy. He was creepy. What do I mean by creepy? Yes, all of us as girls thought Mike was creepy.
Like I
No,
said, man, if
both
this
of them
would
are
have happened when
wrong.
she was 16, like if she was 16, this happened, she exposed him. I mean, it's
Bro,
all
she got all type of messages. She got all type of messages. Hey, if you don't give me 400,000, I'm gonna put these messages out to the world. She was smart enough to start the nigga.
He's definitely thinking.
She wasn't smart enough to call the police though, and that be the bullshit, bro. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah, she can have it both ways. When you committing crimes, you and your boy go rob a bank, and y'all split the money equally, right? And then your boy, he spends his money quicker than you spent your money. But he find out that you still got some money. You understand? He could come to you to try to borrow some money. And when you won't loan him no motherfucking money, that nigga might rat your ass. And that is the way it goes. Stop acting like you don't know. Okay? You committed a crime. You did some shit and we both know you wanted me to keep it a secret. Which now she's smart enough to know, like, okay. And then as soon as shit goes sideways, she is thinking, I'm gonna benefit from this. And welcome to the world. And if it was a man doing it, you'll be all good with it. You just be paying or you'll be outed. Okay. But when it's a woman or a girl who outsmarted your dumb ass, like she outsmarted, you mean to tell me she outsmart the grown ass man? And you want me to cry boo hoo? No, nigga, pay up, okay, and go to jail too.
Either they know, I think you should be able to listen, take this shit to court, evaluate the conversation, see the nature. Was she trying to hide it? Was she complicit? Did he lie about his age?
Look, he want her to go to jail so bad, but she ain't commit no crime. She ain't going to jail. There ain't no complicit. She not going to jail. It's not against the law. There's no law that says younger people can't sleep with older people. The law is that older people can't sleep with younger people. She can give consent, right? If she's not old enough to give consent and you still mess with her, yes, you committed the crime. She didn't. And all she gonna be able to prove grooming. Right? You came in, you gave her some ice cream and some lollipops, took her to get her hair done, nail done, and then one day you was like, hey, let me show you how to do this. This motherfucker sick, baby. Is she gonna say something
And then the
else?
judge should have to make a fucking ruling based on the information.
Yeah, but I feel like you have to expose both sides. You can't
Absolutely.
just expose one and not the other.
Absolutely. I'm with it.
She was 16, he was 24. So he, as the adult, as the more mature one, knew it was wrong to be fucking with a 16.
Was her parents cool with it?
Yes.
Yeah, and like 2K said, the parents was cool with it. And that's where
that part changes everything because even
no, that don't change nothing. Even so, let me be clear why that don't change anything. So let's say with parent consent, this older man is messing with this younger girl. Instead the parents say, okay, right? She 14, this man is 30. The parents say, yeah, you can have my daughter. Here you go. When she become of a certain age and she decide that she didn't like that shit, she didn't really have no parts in that, she didn't want that, but her father and or mother is what convinced her, then they are the parents and the kid and the person, they going to jail. The girl not. She's not going to jail. She gonna prove that not only did this man groom her, but so did her parent or parents. Okay. And yeah, and a whole shitload more people go to jail. But that man who messed with that little girl, he gonna be the most in trouble. Yes, he gonna be the most in trouble.
even in ancient cultures, the family arranges the arrangements for their children.
So
the family gives the daughter away. So if the family literally gave the daughter away at 16, it's
different. You can't.
My nigga, and see that's how.
Even when the family gave him away, that was marriage. That's marriage. Now we talking some other legality. These black men not talking about no marriage. Look, if you was talking about marriage, now you talking about something different. But essentially, you done groomed this parent, gave them money for their child. And that is why the parent will get in trouble, because essentially that would be pimping. And you will be the John. And so y'all just not smart enough to understand the conversations that you're having.
How,
it's agreed upon by their family. The family has to.
So that's how my city work, right? Because all right, so you will see a 16-year-old girl with a 21-year-old man, right? And long as the family approved of it, it wasn't a problem. Like you will see this nigga picking her up, dropping her off to school, taking her to work. He be out at the house with the fam. It was cool.
But also morally, I think they both knew it was wrong, but they still was
morally wrong.
It's not morally wrong. It's illegal.
Or legally it's wrong, right? Legally it's wrong.
But like I was saying, if you jaywalk, was that wrong?
Mm-hmm.
To me, the family
legally, yes.
Legally, but that's how, and that's how the 16, 21-year-old conversation is. Legally is wrong because white people told us, hey, this wrong, you shouldn't do it.
You say white people. When it always come to the law, these men don't have no morals or nothing. There's always the white man who got to put a cage around them. White man got told you to keep your hands off, so keep your hands off. It couldn't be that you just morally don't mess with children. Nah, that's asking way too much. You know what I mean? The white man had to come tell you, hey, no, leave them children alone.
But morally, it's so not wrong because even your parents fucking approve of it, and these are the people that got your best interests at heart.
Now, morally, it's wrong for grown men to mess with children. There's actual morals in play. There's reasons why you wouldn't mess with children. Psychological reasons, actual physical reasons. It's a lot, and we could get involved in that. Maybe doing Freaky Friday. Maybe I'll give some explanations on as far as adults go, because I'm definitely not gonna be talking about children. But maybe, just maybe, you might learn something. Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Now,
yeah, I just think if the family's approved, then then it becomes a different conversation.
So
you're just picking up random little girls.
Now,
but if it's an arranged situation, you have a structured life. You're a 21-year-old with a structured life.
So,
and you're bringing some type of structure to the girl, which might be an anomaly.
See,
you bringing structure to a girl at 21? Whoo, Lord, the wishful thinking. All these men want to bring is their penis. That's all. They ain't bringing nothing else.
That's a little different. But her parents approved.
And this be the thing, right? She started bullshit at 16, young-minded. Okay, how many of y'all women tell us that when y'all was 16 that y'all was looking for a more mature person, right? You weren't fucking with the niggas.
I think that's
the norm, right?
All women.
So are you? So time out. If you 16 and you saying you looking for a more mature person,
the dumb man so at the top talking about, yeah, that's all women. It's not all women. When we 16 looking for a mature man. But the hell she talking about? I'd be damned if I was looking for some grown ass man like Michael, who I thought was creepy. I'm like, what? All the young, nice looking guys who are your age, are we acting like young guys aren't nice looking? They may not have no money, but when we young like that, we really ain't worried about no goddamn money. When we children, remember, we children. Even when we 16, even if we work and got some money, we gonna go get our hair done, nails done, and shit like that. But like, I don't understand some of these women. She said, "Yeah, all women. We looking for a more mature, huh? Is a more mature grown man when you're 16? Lord have mercy."
person, are you looking for a 17-year-old?
Yes.
Here at Renewal by Anderson, right now, get a guaranteed interest rate of 0%.
Yeah, you're looking for somebody that's older than you. I'm not going to date a 14, 13, 12-year-old.
Okay.
Because I see them as kids.
So you see everything on your level as beneath you with maturity, right? So what are you looking for then?
Something that's a little bit more mature.
Not 17, not 18, probably 19, start picking your interest, 20 and 21.
Majority of the time, yes. Girls at 16 are going to pick 21-year-olds because they think it's bigger and better.
What? Oh my God. She said girls at 16 is picking 21-year-olds. I'm gonna have to do a survey. Let me see what. That's crazy. Let's 16. Okay. She said most. I'm not saying they're not gonna be any. Like, if I saw a 21-year-old, he had a car and he around me and even give me the time of day when I was 16, which let me think about this. Yeah. Today things are different. But I guess the young girls is what she's saying. Now I'm gonna come look in the chat. Are all the 16-year-olds, some of y'all got daughters who's 16, are all our 16-year-old daughters looking for grown ass men? Cause when I was 18, 21 was cool. Okay. When I was 16, 21 was way too old. He even looked older. We wasn't even around each other. But then again, I had my parents who make a show like I couldn't just be anywhere. So he just wouldn't have been in my life at all. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. Mm-mm. No, I don't know. I guess I'll give her some. Should I give her benefit of the doubt? Because I don't know. I'm gonna let it go. Maybe I can look it up. See what's the age range that 16-year-old. Let me see. Let's look it up. Mm. 16-year-old girls are searching date. They say it depending on maturity. Let's see. Um, I'm gonna have to put in America because it look like um come on. Okay. It looked like they're talking about starting to let them date at 16. Let me see what my question was. Age range that 16-year-old girls. Age range of boys. Males. Let's put males today. Um. Okay. Look at my hair. Okay. Um. Talking about. Damn. And they calling them. Y'all notice? Well, you probably don't notice because I'm not really showing y'all. But in this age group, they're not calling them married no more. You see, they're calling it unpartnered or partnered. That um from age 18 to 24, 86% are unpartnered. I mean, almost everybody between 18 and 24. 25 and 39, 42 are unpartnered. Anyway, let's see. I'm trying to, I guess maybe so they basically saying even when they're younger, the younger people not even dating. And they want to look like they sticking with 18 and above, y'all. They don't want to talk about no 16-year-olds. That makes sense. That makes sense, right? Um, where would we know? I guess it would have to be like through schools and shit like that. Adult Gen Z, what age range of people? Oh yeah, this might be something. Look like Reddit has something. Adult Gen Z, what the age range of people you're attracted to, and the range you're willing to date. Now Gen Z's, what was it talking about? Oh damn, these mofos saying they not don't think they ever gonna date. Yeah, I've never dated before in my life ever, and I'm 22, and I just don't know how to talk to girls. I don't want to seem creepy and accused of anything. And this is, see, what these men are talking about. This is why young boys, young men are afraid to talk to girls. These men started talking about um, what is called um, something masculinity, toxic masculinity. Now, there is a such thing as toxic masculinity. right? But the ones who did have toxic masculinity started shouting and making everybody, all men, think that they have toxic masculinity. And so now we ended up with young men being scared to even say hello to a girl, you know, they scared to be considered. And so this dude said he never dated ever. Okay. Let me see. I have to plug this in. It's so sad what these grown-ups are doing to younger adults. We started seeing this in the teenagers. The boys, the men are afraid. They're gonna end up poking each other or not having children at all. Um, my problem is that romance just kind of scares me. What if a valued friendship falls apart because I want it to be more than friends? Wow. Average Gen Z response to a question like this. Yep. I'm very concerned for the young people younger than me willing to date people in their mid 40s. Look, I'm I'm very concerned for those younger people because the 40-year-olds is the ones around making a claim on the younger girls. They've been doing it for a decade now. I dated older people when I was 18 to 22 because I thought it was normal and cool. But now that I'm a bit older, I realize how weird it was. I changed so much from when I was 18 to now. Y'all see it? The reason they thought it was cool and thought it was supposed to be that way is because these loud ass men getting on these panels, making it seem like, oh, it's regular. Oh, it's cool. And if you don't have the law to come in and say, nah, this ain't legal, this ain't cool, if we don't do that, then you will scare or you will end up manipulating younger people into doing some shit that they wouldn't have done without the lies on the internet. Okay? Cougars and divorced women I like to fuck are hot, bro. Okay? About 19 to 23 right now. I know a guy whose range is 15 to 18, and he's 21. Look what the younger people are saying. He's 21 dating 15 to 18-year-olds, and look what they got, a throw up sign. They saying disgusting. And they're 19 to 23. Okay. Well, that's their age range, 19 to 23. A grown ass man and wanting to date exclusively minors. Jail with no bond. These are Gen Zers. And I thought y'all said it was so normal and it's happening all over the place, happening all the time. Well, we got a lot of young people saying, ugh, gross. Look, this person saying, you know, a pedophile. Yeah. Look, they saying that's really sick. 15 isn't even age of consent. Bro, I'm 17 and some of my friends are 15. No, just no. He said he's 17. And why would a grown man be with a 15-year-old? He's saying shit. I barely want they my friends. Depends on where. A lot of Europe is somewhere between 14 and 18. As someone also born in 2002, same here, 19 to 23 range. And not the weird, creepy guy range. Look at that. They ain't going to you 30-something-year-old range. They ain't messing around with you. I thought you said they are, though. His range is 15 to 18 and he's 21. Bruh, weird. I'm 21 too. And youngest I'm willing to date is around May '05, like June '05, maybe 18, but that's too young for me. He's saying he ain't going no 15 to 18. He say he may, and he's 21. He say he may go to 18, but he ain't definitely going nowhere underneath. I mean, that's not weird. That's illegal. My rule of 18-year-olds when I was 19 to 20 was dependent on when they graduated high school. I talked to a girl when I was 20 and she was 18. So on paper, it wasn't weird. But I was a sophomore in college and she was a senior in high school still. So it still felt weird. He was a sophomore in college and she was a high school senior. And he said it still felt weird. Why? What do they have in common? She getting out of school every day, out of high school. He in his second year of college. Black men, though, y'all don't see this, huh? Attracted to maybe 19 to 35 would date 21 to 24. You see what that person said? That's a girl right there. That's a woman. Okay. She says she might be attracted from 19 to 20, 35. That means when she look at them, they may attract her. She said, but she would only date 21 to 24. 21 to 24. Okay. I'm 23. I'll do 20 to 24. Ain't that something? Usually only attracted to people older than me. But recently I feel some kind of way around 18-year-olds. I'm 21. So this person is 21 and they're saying they are attracted to people older than them, but they felt kind of weird with the 19-year-old, right? Um, it's mostly because we just have a lot of similar interests. It feels weird, like someone younger than me, and I don't know if I ever seriously pursue a relationship. I'm not sure. The men will go from 18 to 39. 25 would date 21 to 34, maybe 35. Current boyfriend is 32. She's 25. Okay. You see how she ain't go you see how she ain't going high, baby. Not as high as these men to make claim. Um, she's 25. And her current boyfriend is 32. Um, some of these ranges are frightening. And say, what the fuck are y'all doing out here? I'm 24, male, and I'll say 22 to 26. He'll go 2 years under and he'll go 2 years up. Bruh, this, I thought the same. Some problem with me. So my girlfriend is in her 30s and I'm 24. So my age to like 40. So wait, yeah. So I was making sure this wasn't a woman. It said dense element. It's a he. His girlfriend is older, right? He said his age range is to like 40, but he's only 24. Can't really date anyone younger than me. Tried talking to an 18-year-old at my job, but they TikTok brain and haven't had a conversation that went deeper than smoking weed, vaping, and getting effed up in general. Okay. Um, and basically that's what they said. Even the 22-year-olds are saying they won't go as young as you 30-year-old, 38-year-old niggas going. Y'all, it's ridiculous. Gen X not having it though. That look, these Gen X gonna set y'all up and get your money. Cause listen, this is the thing. We are in a different time, and the young men and women are on the internet. They seeing, they listening, they learning, right? They hearing what you got to say. And so, yes, to be honest, if I heard men speak the way I hear them speak, and I was a younger uh teenager, and I had the opportunity to be with somebody who got money, who's older, his dumb ass come over, and I see that he got money. Now, yeah, they're gonna be a lot of young women and men, right? Who are gonna take advantage when they can. And for you to say just because they took advantage of me and my criminal activity doesn't mean that they committed a crime. You just got you got took. And that's just what it is. And they want us as women to understand. And I understand that you got had and you got took. Boo-hoo, bam, that's it. I don't give a damn. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo, cry, baby, cry. Rock my baby on the treetop. Who gives a fuck if she fucking you or not, right? I don't give a damn. And ladies, y'all gonna have to stop crying for these niggas getting on these panels and talking about, well, yeah, it should be fair both ways. And there is no fair both ways. He got the upper hand. The one with the money, the one who's older, he's an adult. He got the upper hand. There ain't no fairness. What's fair is when he get his fair share, okay? When he know he committing a crime, but he still rock with it. Okay? Tell him to go get them laws changed. Good luck. Because them white men not gonna have it where you could come and snatch up their kids. Now they might want to have be with kids, but they're gonna take their chances. And then when they get caught, they going to jail just like you. But they're not gonna make it legal for you to come grab up their children. Dumbass. You're dumb. Y'all don't know how humanity works, baby. Okay? Yeah. I see 23-year-olds saying they not going no higher than 27. I see yeah, and Reddit is filled with children or young adults. Okay, I'm almost 22, and I attracted to and would date someone 22 to 27, I guess. And they put I guess. Okay, um, I know I'm not sharing the screen, so anyway, I'm gonna put the link in because I'm tired. I'm actually bored. This conversation it's killing me. I want to talk about beans real quick. Do I need to talk about beans? Beans over there, hyping up pedals. Okay, talking about being pedals. Now, the thing is, um, from my understanding, okay, is that Beans told the story, but the story was that he was one age and his girl, um, was younger, and they've been together for many years, right? And so it's almost like out of respect, I really don't want to comment on that. But he's not respected enough or respectful enough to not bring that shit up, knowing the climate we in. But he says, hey, it's the truth. I must speak the truth. To see grown ass men promote other men being with children is crazy. Okay, it's crazy. Um, I'm trying my very best to be as decent as I can be, right? Being honest at the same time. And uh, I, I guess I would like to talk to her. How about this? I think that's I'm gonna put out a little feeler and see, like, hey, Beans, do we have the ability for you to have your girl on a panel so others can come up and have a dialogue with her? Because I think a few questions here and there I bet we'll get the truth. You know what I mean? And I think it'll be different than your truth. Your truth gonna be your truth, and her truth gonna possibly be quite a little different. And that's all I'm gonna say about that right now, because it's not gonna be nice. You know, I'm trying to be nice. I really am. I'm trying to stay in a good mood so I can hopefully do Freaky Friday. To be honest, that's the only reason. Um, I get in a bad mood, I'm gonna be up here dragging people all night. I don't want to do that. I did want to hear what those two ladies have to say, and I still wanted to know what the other one, like, besides her saying with Lucky Marie. Lucky Marie handled that though. She would. At first, I was like, hey, when I heard her say, but it's legal. But now, after listening to the whole thing or the portion that I missed earlier, I see her point. What she was saying, she was telling them that, hey, your messaging in this moment is ridiculous because, hey, it's not illegal to be with 16-year-olds. But I thought, at first, I thought she was saying, hey, it's legal. I don't know what the problem is. Like, it's legal. Um, so I thought she was saying, hey, it's legal, it should be legal, and go do your thing. But no, that's not what I heard her say. Okay. So um she did that, she worked that, and I heard what she said, and I see her point. The other lady, I don't know her, and she didn't really say anything for me to be against or for. It could be, what the hell is that? Oh, that scared the shit out of me. I was about to, like, where that come from? So Lucky Marie, you handled that, girl. I wanted to hear the other lady though. Let me share the screen and see if we can find her giving her opinion. Besides being, I don't want to call her mammy. Okay. And so I don't know why women get on panels that you claim you want to have conversations on and not give your real opinion. You know what I mean? It's almost like you're scared because you're sitting with whack ass men, by the way. I don't know why y'all be hyping up these lame ass niggas. Nigga lame as fuck. And you act like you scared. You got a whole, possibly dozens of states in between you and him, and you act like you just go, like you got to do things a certain way. Is that nigga got giving you money? Is he grooming you? Is what I need to know. Okay. Open your brain and open your mind and ask the right questions. Say some things. Stop uh being scared of these niggas. What the fuck? Most of these niggas lame on this path. Here we go.
Over there.
That's the
No,
norm.
no one ever said it didn't happen. The thing was, why is it happening so often? Why is it okay? Why is that the norm?
Because you just answered your own question. Because you said that women want a mature man at that age. That's why it happens. Because you want it to happen.
Okay.
Right. But again, to the point, it was why, once you find out how old that young lady is or how old that young man is, why do you continuously act upon
I don't know,
it?
Cap.
I gave you the answer. I'm gonna give it to you one more time. You may not like it, but this is the answer. I don't date women that much younger than me. Well, at that age, I didn't do that. This is why, though, because society.
You see what I'm saying? So he say he don't do that and didn't do that. So why is he on a panel arguing for something he didn't even do? Something he didn't do and wouldn't do. That's what make y'all disingenuous. That's what make y'all conversation whack. That's what make you whack, right? Because there's a reason why you didn't do it and a reason why you wouldn't do it. Instead of you saying, nah, bro, yeah, I ain't got much to say on that because I wouldn't have done that. He's too young. For whatever reason. Whether it's because legalities or you have morals. Maybe you think like she's immature at that age. That would be honest and to say, hey, I wouldn't mess with a young girl because she's immature. But instead, this grown ass man is up here and his messaging is the opposite of his own belief. And that's what make these niggas whack. And I don't know his name. I would call him by name. I knew his name. Fuck him, no. Okay?
He doesn't match the pace of natural development.
Yeah.
So men are not looking for maturity because he feel like he has to give that to you. Anyway.
He got to build you up anyway.
a woman my age. So that's not what a man is looking. A woman is looking for maturity. You just said that. A man is looking for sexual attraction. He's going to mold you into everything.
Woo, thank you. Men are looking for sex. Oh, you coming up there? You work tomorrow? I thought you worked last week. I heard you worked today. You got what? I don't know. That's the kid name. Why you tell me? I had planned, but I thought you was thought you didn't work. This thing got cold. I don't like it. I think it's good. Okay. Oh, I forgot to order my bottles. Okay. Y'all hubby came up. Okay. I'm gonna try. Ooh, it got hot. Let's play this. I'm gonna play this.
So once a man sees throughout history, once he sees that your body is able to bear children and you are able to take on his sexuality, that's when a man feels like a woman is ready. He's not looking for maturity because he don't think you're mature. He's looking for physical, bodily maturity, sexual maturity.
Damn, you sound sick. You makes men sound sick. You know, and this is the belief that's been going on for a while. Not too long. Like men act like men were just animals and they were doing the worst things to women all these centuries, but it's not true. But now we have this belief that men are nothing but animals. We have desires and we want to just beat you and take it or trick you out of it. And all we care about is this, that, and third. But that it has not always been that way. It's a narrative that's been pushed. Okay? Hasn't always been that way. If you go back when where there was times where women wasn't always in danger, you know, with the masses of men. They wasn't always in danger by the masses of men. Of course, they always have some creeps out there. They got creeps on all the genders, right? Every single one of them. But now we have black men saying, yeah, we don't care about your looks. We don't even care about you as an individual. We just want to use you and ravage you. They sound like abusers. We only want to know, can you sexually handle me? And I'm going to leave right here because I was going to put up, but hubby came up, y'all. Okay. He has to work tomorrow. Damn. Gotta think if I'm gonna do the stream later. We're probably gonna do it tomorrow. Probably start early tomorrow. If I'm able to get some sleep, start early tomorrow and go from there. But listen, y'all be careful out here. Okay. Ladies, the men don't understand why you don't want to be with them. And they because you don't want to be with them, they are angry and they're taking it out and they're saying things that aren't true. Most of these men will be with you and date you and marry you, right? But they have heard that you don't want them. They don't understand that you don't want them because of the things they've been saying for the last 10, 15 years, which is why the Zennials, right? The Zennials and these alphas. Man, that's why they have to change the laws. They know how human human behavior is, right? They understand it. They listening to what's going on the internet across the board, by the way, on the left and the right, all over the place. If you listen to these men and these women, people will be scared to get in relationships. The only ones who gonna really probably be more wanting to be in relationships gonna be the ones who have mothers and fathers, right? Who are in relationships, healthy ones, and then they maybe won't be scared. But for those who parents aren't in healthy, good relationships, they don't even know what a healthy, good relationship look like. They don't even know if they do exist, especially based on what people are saying on the internet. I would be scared to be in a relationship if I wasn't already in one, or if I was younger. I would be afraid. And I probably be one of them women who'd be like, okay, let me go grab this money so I can at least have a decent life. And I'm still away from these men and I'm gonna do this and do that to get my money. And it would be all about my money because Like that's where I would be with it if I was in young in today's society. After listening to these men say things like, "Yeah, we don't care about you. Yeah, why should we care? We only want your body." And if I heard that all men wanted was my body, like he truly didn't care shit about me, I would make him pay for it. And that's real. He have to give me money, and then he could go about his motherfucking business. And that's what it would be. Okay. Um, and then when the men have those women doing that, when they hear women say, "Nah, okay, run me my dough," they don't like that. They start talking about, "I don't pay for it." Yeah, you gonna pay or you gonna go about your business, okay? Now I'm gone, cause hubby here. Okay. Our generation, I'm so glad, man. It just seems like I don't know. I don't know what happened and why. Okay. Um, but I do kind of feel sorry for younger generation because it don't look good from my perspective. It seems like nobody trusts nobody, and it's her Mike Pink. That Mike look pink. It is so cute. Okay. Anyway,